Hey, guess who's back?
Yay!
Today on this episode of Living a French Life, we welcome back Karen, world traveler.
Yay! It feels good to be back, although it is frickin' cold out there.
Well, today we're going to be taking you over to the house. We're going to show off to Karen all the things that we've accomplished.
And there's been a lot that's been going on.
Yeah, we knocked down some walls. We have cleaned up after knocking down the walls, and we'll show you that in the episode. But the fact that we are now emptying out and being able to really get a sense of the space means that we have to start thinking about what's going to go into that space.
That's right. And there are a lot of choices that you have to consider when you're thinking about how you want your home to reflect your personality and how you want to live in the home.
Well, design is definitely Karen's wheelhouse, so
Yes.
We're expecting great things.
I'm excited. Now we need to think about the walls that we're keeping and how we're going to go about making them more energy efficient.
That's right. The problem with a big stone house, or even a little stone house, is that its walls are made out of stone. There's no insulation. There's no way to run electricity. There's no way to run plumbing. So since that is the case in France in many houses, they have a system.
Right. But I do love the stone walls. So we're going to compromise and we're going to create the back wall that has been stabilized. We'll remove the plaster or the cement rendering from the wall. We'll repoint so that we can enjoy some of that stone.
And it's going to look great. How we're going to handle the rest of it on the side walls is a system of tracks and, for lack of a better word, paneling. It allows a space for the insulation to go in, it allows for the electricity to run, and it allows for the plumbing to run.
Well, oftentimes people put a drywall material on top of those rails. And what we're going to opt to do, at least on two of the walls in the main room, is that Tim's going to put his carpentry skills to the test and create a beautiful, yes, we'll call it paneling, but not in a 1970s rumpus room sort of flavor. It's going to be far more sophisticated than that, but it'll be a wide board where he will chamfer a little bead. So it'll give some detail, and I'm pretty excited. I think that'll be a good choice on those two walls.
And of course, then we get to start talking about colors.
Ooh, that is very exciting. In fact, we've been talking about color all day today.
Yes, we have.
Yes. Somehow Tim thinks that these colors all look the same.
She showed me 5 shades, identical shades of gray.
Okay, I'm telling you right now that gray owl isn't the least bit similar to, I don't know, what do we want to say, Coventry gray. They're very different. They're very different. And they're really... Anyway, so we've been looking at it, and some of them were running a little bit too gray. And so I think we've landed on one. Where is that one? It's a Benjamin Moore color, but we'll translate it into a good quality paint here in France. But we're thinking Burton White. Ooh. Yes, you know, and it's a little bit lighter than what I think that every real estate agent, at least in the United States, tells their clients to paint the interior of their house before they put it on the market, Revere Pewter. Because every time I walk into a house, I'm like, oh, Revere Pewter, Revere Pewter. So we're not going to do that one. We're going to go a little bit lighter because I don't want the house to feel dark inside. And so I think we're going to go with a Burton White. And it's not at all white, honey.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well, obviously that's a discussion that will evolve
Yes.
over the next several episodes because we are not really to the point of putting the paint on any walls at the moment.
No, but we do have an armoire that's going to house both the larder and the refrigerator. And I want to make sure that whatever lime plaster we do on those walls, that's Gwen the cat, is going to be about the same color as whatever we do for the cabinetry.
So definitely stick around for future episodes. And also stick around to the end of this episode for the bloopers.
I'm sure there'll be. A few.
Remember to like and subscribe, and let's head on over to the house. I'm getting ready to tombe the mur over here. Well, actually, no, it's not a mur. It's a different word. A mur is a thick wall, like an exterior of a house or going around a village. An interior wall is a different name, which I will put right here because I can't remember what it is right now. But anyhow, I've got all the boards that I've been working on in here, and Karen has been cleaning a ton of boards too. And I don't have room to knock the wall this way, so I'm going to knock it from into the other side. But we got a problem over there too. I got some stuff in here. We've got the doors that we took down, and we've got the big old, well, it's not a batteuse, which I was corrected by the French people on Facebook Marketplace. It's a Viois or something like that. I'll put that here too. Anyhow, but need to move it out of the way so I have room for that wall to come down. All right, that wall is coming down. This is gonna be fun. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I take down a wall. That post right there, that's going to stay after a fashion anyhow. That's what's kind of holding up the center beam that runs from the front of the house to the back of the house. And we definitely want that to stay up there. And that's what's holding up the entire second floor. That post is going to be supported down below in the cave when we put in the I-beams, or what they call in France here the IPN, with IPN. I'm not sure what that stands for, iron something. I'll find out, and I'll probably put it right about here. At any rate, now it's all that's left is the cleanup. And that is it. So, really opened up the space.
Someone named Lucette carved her name into the wall here some time ago. Maurice has no idea who Lucette might possibly be. And he's lived here his entire life, so it must have been a long time ago.
And now, it's time for cleanup.
Wow! Look at this space. You know, you take that wall out and all of a sudden you're working with, a little bit more than you thought you had. I mean, it's a tiny house, but still, it's great to have this vista now to see the whole space. I'm not an open concept girl. I like a house to be discovered room by room, but I do like seeing what we're working with here and how much bigger the kitchen space is going to feel once the steps are turned 180 degrees. It's gonna come into what's our salon, but it's going to have a sense of being bigger, although that is going to be a portion of the wall right where we're putting in the armoire to hide the refrigerator in the pantry. But wow, it does feel like we're about to make a turning point. So on these old walls is a cement plaster or render. And ideally we thought we would take it all off and expose the stone. But as you can see, the stone, while some interest, it isn't really fantastic. It's stone that was gathered here, wherever on the property, when they decided they needed another outbuilding. And while we'll keep some of the stone, like on this back wall, we're going to pull the render off. It'll have the French doors out to the little balcony, and then this will do as the exposed stone. But on this wall is where Tim's going to work his magic, and we're going to do not a board and batten, but rather a beautiful wide plank with a nice little beaded edge, and it'll go all along this wall, allowing, as Tim has mentioned, for us to insulate that wall and to put our electric. There isn't any water on this wall. And then if you follow it along, it'll go all the way to the contour, the fireplace. And then Tim will construct a built-in wonderful little seat, a place to store our coats on hooks above. The seat will hold all of the dog paraphernalia, and underneath a place for our work boots. And then the contour itself will get wrapped in a way so that this whole entire wall sort of reads as one continuous space. We are going to have a lot of tasks on our plate now.
It's true.
Yes. It seemed like through the winter we were moving a little bit slow due to weather and the type of tasks and projects we were doing, but now we've got lots coming up.
We do. We have accepted the estimate on installing the fosse septique, the septic system, and that's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. The I-beams are going to be going in, which will be the last of the foundation work.
I think it is.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going to be installing the flooring. Well, once the I-beams go in, I can straighten out the ground floor because it's kind of wavy.
Yeah, we don't mind a little bit of wonk, but this is way too much.
Karen's been taking the render off of the stones, and she's going to be repointing, so that's going to be fun to watch and learn about.
I've never done it before, so you're going to learn right along with me.
She's going to use her cake decorating skills.
Yeah, I think they're going to finally come in handy.
And also, we found a used stove that we'll be able to both cook on and heat the house with.
Yeah, it's a wonderful old wood cook stove. It's not the Essie of my dreams, perhaps one day.
Come on, Essie.
Come on. But I think it's going to be a great addition. It's an old Rayburn that Tim's going to recondition. And it's, like you said, it's going to provide heat and delicious food.
Yeah, so we're going to be picking that up. It's a very heavy stove, so we're going to be using a lot of the same methods that they used to build the pyramids.
Okay.
You'll see. We have a lot coming up. So to make certain you don't miss any of it, like and subscribe, click the little bell icon to get the notifications when the new episodes drop. And so until next time.
À tout à l'heure.
It's a pretty clean morning. I take a walk outside.
What you doing, honey?
One of the great things about going back to the States is, you know, you can bring back terrible things. Yay!
Whoa, that is loud.
That was really loud.
I'm glad I didn't aim it at you.
Okay. All right, here we go. I did not get that haircut. I've got to go see Danny.
Okay. What's my hair look like?
Your hair looks fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a George Clooney vibe.
Okay.